Hi, Verbling. My name is Michaela. I'm from Phoenix, Arizona, and today we're discussing our pronunciation in English, and specifically with me, American English. If you guys have comments or questions on this class or would like to request a topic for a future class, message me on Verbling by going to my profile, which I've already put in the chat box for you, or message me on Facebook, which I'm putting in the chat box for you now. Okay. Paulo, welcome to class. How are you, Paulo?
I'm fine, thanks. And you?
Excellent. It's good to see you back.
Thank you. How are you?
Elisa. Oh, I'm doing well. I'm having a pretty good day, although it's really hot right now, so I'm kind of sweating a little bit, but other than that, it's been a good day.
Keeping a vegetarian? Keep it.
Sweating,
Keep it?
yeah.
Do you keeping vegetarian?
Do I keep what? Vegetables?
Vegetable?
Do I keep vegetables?
Do
Yeah,
you?
yeah, I have vegetables.
No. Go on.
Put the question in the chat box. Maybe I
Yeah.
will understand a little better. Thanks. While you do that, I'm going to welcome some of the other students. Elisa, welcome to class.
Thank you, teacher. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Where are you from, Elisa?
I'm from Brazil,
Excellent. What part?
in São Paulo.
Very cool. I'm originally from Phoenix, Arizona, but I'm currently living in Minas Gerais, Brazil. So we're not so far away.
Yeah, a little near. Great.
A little. Yeah. Good to have you with us today, Elisa. Carlos with a K, welcome to class and nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, Michaela. Thank you very much for asking.
Where are you from, Carlos?
I'm from Spain.
Awesome. It's good to have you with us. What picture is that? It looks like you have some cars in your
Yes, it's a circuit of cars.
Wow, pretty cool.
Thank you.
I don't know much about cars, but they look nice. All right. And Deja Vu, welcome back. How are you?
Hello. I'm fine, thanks. What about you?
I'm doing really well. Sweating, as I mentioned earlier, but happy.
Good.
And Amr, welcome to class. Welcome back. It has been a long time. It's good to see you again.
Yeah, it has been a long time, yeah.
So update me. What's been going on in your life since the last time I saw you?
Oh, a lot. Actually, I always busy about my work, and I couldn't join Problem because all teachers who I like to join, their schedules aren't matched with me, so I couldn't join Problem.
Yeah, that's
Right
tough.
now, I've just to come from my work. I hope if you can make all your classes starting by now.
Yeah, I'm hoping to widen my schedule a little bit as well. So hopefully I'll get to see you more frequently.
Okay, thank you.
Abimelech, welcome to class.
Thank you. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm fine.
And what's the weather like where you are today? Not too hot?
Yes, it's very good now.
Excellent. For, I think, a lot of people in class, it's cooling down, but for me, it is heating up. And last but not least, Pavel, welcome to class. Pavel, are you there? I can't hear you, Pavel. If you need to adjust your microphone, there should be a little bar of buttons at the top of the screen And if you move your mouse over them, they will appear. So check the one that looks like a cog. I still can't hear you. If you're having trouble and you have any questions, let me know in the chat box. Otherwise, I will address the question already in the chat box. Yes, I am still a vegetarian and not yet eating meat. Going strong. Unfortunately, that does not keep me cooler during these very hot summer days. So, I have a drink to cool me down during class. All right, let's get down to business. We're talking about our pronunciation today, and I'm going to send you guys the notes. We're going to be starting with this in class today. I'll put it in both chat boxes. You guys can open that up and download it, keep it, save it. Good stuff. So the first thing we're going to do is talk a little bit about minimal pairs, and we're going to do an exercise with minimal pairs. Can anyone tell us what is a minimal pair? Does anyone know what a minimal
It's
pair is?
yes, it's a bunch of words that have the same letters, but maybe there are one or two letters different.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, for example, look, lock, lock.
Exactly. Okay, and one more student. We have Carlos with a C. Welcome to class.
Hello.
Hey there, Carlos with a C. We also have Carlos with a K, so I will be distinguishing you guys based on the way your names are spelled. And Najib, welcome to class.
Hello, welcome.
Hey.
Yeah.
Good to have you with us. We're talking about our pronunciation, and the notes are in the chat box. And we just had some minimal pairs entered into the chat box as well, which is a pretty good example of the things we're going to be seeing today. So look, lock, luck is a great example of a minimal pair because they all have the same sounds except for one. There's just one sound that's different. And in these cases, we're looking at the vowels. So the words that Amr put in the chat box are comparing vowel sounds. Look, lock, luck. We're going to be comparing the R and the L sound today for the most part, and maybe branching out a little more once we get farther into our lesson. And I'm going to screen share the notes so we can get started. Oops. Okay, so I'm going to screen share this, and then once we start this first exercise, I'm going to actually let you guys see my mouth while I'm reading. We have a list of minimal pairs, and I'm going to read them all for you. You guys have to decide which word I'm saying at which time. So this is kind of a difficult exercise, but the first one I'll go slow and try to pronounce and let you guys see my mouth. I'm going to be reading this list of words in a random order. So I'm not going to read them in the order you see here. And you guys are going to have to write them down or number them on your own notes in the order that you hear them. So your options are to write them in the chat box or number them on your own notes and then copy paste that into the chat box. Do you guys have any questions before we start this minimal pairs exercise?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can. Welcome to class, Pavel. Good to have you with us.
Okay.
Glad your microphone thing got fixed. It's very frustrating when there's technical difficulties. Okay, is everyone ready to start this exercise? Can I take down the screen share for a minute?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. So, number those words as I say them. I'm going to say them in a random order. Starting now. Law. Boring. Tool. Right. Flog. Raw. Rake. Frog. Lice. Rock. Light. Groom. Rice. Bowling. Gloom. Lock. Okay, do you guys need me to repeat them, or do you think you have them all in the correct order?
I have not all the words correct.
You got them all?
No, I don't have the all the number of the words.
Okay, let's see if anyone... All right, we have one try. So someone entered their list of words. Elisa, thank you for giving it a try. And I'll put it on this. Okay, so it was law, boring, tool, flog, raw. You were close, but not quite right. The first three are correct. The first three are correct. And then it starts to go a little bit haywire. So you're close, but not quite there. Let me check the next guess from Abimelech. And if no one gets it right, of course, I'm going to repeat them. Okay, let me check this list. Okay. Law. Wait a second. That's not right. Law, boring, tool, right. Law, boring, tool, right. Flog, raw, close. Okay, so there's a small problem in Abimelech's, and that is we don't have the word rack in our list. So maybe that's a spelling problem?
Yes, maybe.
Could be a spelling problem. Rock, light. You're also close, but light did not come at the right place. So light is in the wrong order there. I've got one more try I see in the chat box, and I'll check that one. So was this a tough exercise? Was it difficult?
A little.
It's meant to be difficult. So, all right, Amr, you were really close, but you mixed up frog and flog, and I think that's the only difference I see. The rest look good, except the last one, which should be lock, not luck. All right. And let me see if I have any other guesses in the... Nope. Okay. So that was all the guesses, and nobody got it quite right. So we're going to do this again, and I'm going to repeat those words I'll keep the same order. So if you guys were close the last time, this time all you have to do is watch your list and check for where you see the problems. And watching my mouth is a pretty good bet if that's an option for you. If you can put like half the screen with a Word document or something and the other half with my face, that really helps, or I have heard that it helps. Okay, one more time. I'll go slowly. Law, boring. Question? Problem? No? Okay. Gonna start again. And also try to mute yourself if you don't have to speak right at this moment, so we have very minimal background noise. All right, one more time. Law, boring, tool, right, flog, raw, rake, frog, lice, rock, broom, light, rice, bowling, gloom, lock. Okay. So does anyone think that they can repeat those words to me in the same order that I said them?
I need to repeat another time, please.
All right. Let's do this one more time. And you guys can type in your answers as I read. Law, boring, tool, right, flog, raw, rake, light. Oops. Oops. I think I did that one wrong. Frog. Lice, rock, light, groom, rice, bowling, gloom, lock. And I actually changed that order a little bit. I accidentally said light instead of frog. So that was a little bit different than the other times that I said it. Does anyone feel like they have the correct order? We got someone trying in the chat box. Okay, let's check. Law, boring, tool, right, flog, raw, rake, light, frog, lice, rock, light, groom. Oh, this one was so close. This one was so close. Elisa, you were really close. You were totally right up until right. When you put right in for the second time, it should have been rice. You were really close, though. Okay. Oh, several other guesses. Excellent. All right, Najib, go ahead and read your list for me.
Law, boring, tall, right, plug, raw, rack, rug, light, rock, room, light, groom, right, falling, gloom, luck. Yeah?
Yes.
I'm right?
I think you got it. Let me make sure. Right. Yes, you got it. Oh my
Thank
gosh,
you.
sweating so much. Awesome job. And Abimelech, will you read yours for us as well?
Okay. Low, boring, tool, right, flog, row, rake, frog, like, rock, room, light, groom, rise, bowling, gloom, luck.
Okay. So there's one word. The word like is not in our list. That one should have been lice, I believe. Let me look. Frog or raw. So like was not in our list. You probably meant to put lice there. So you're close, but not quite. And let's check the others. Carlos with a K, read yours for us.
My answer. Low, boring, right, flog, row, rake, frog, light, rock, lice, groom, glom, lock, and the finally bowling.
All right. You're also very close, but I believe you're missing a couple words, like tool. I don't see the word tool in your list, but pretty close. I think you've got most of them in the right order.
Okay.
Amr, read us your list.
Sure. Law, boring, tool, right, flog, raw, rack, lice, rock, light, groom, rice, bowling, gloom, lock.
Okay, so the first where you wrote flog, it should have been frog. And then I don't see the alternate there, but that could have been my fault because there was one that I kind of messed up on. So the first flog should have been frog, but other than that, your list looks pretty comprehensive. And Pavel, will you go ahead and read us yours?
Low, boring, tool, right, flog, raw, rake, lice, frog, rock, groom, rice, bowling, gloom, lock.
All right, also a very close list, but the same problem as the last one. Should have been frog, not flog. All right, and we have one in the Verbling chat. Carlos with the C, read us your list.
Okay. Low, boring, tool, right, floor, row, rake, frog, rice, rock, light, groom, race, bowling, room, rock.
Excellent. That looks pretty good to me, except for the same frog and flog mix-up that we've seen several times.
Okay, understood.
All right. The next time around, I would like you guys to read off this list in a random order. So I'm going to put the screen share up again, and we'll get started with that. Where is my... There we go. Nope. If it lets me put my screen share back up. Darn technology. Okay, there we go. So, screen share back up, and I'm going to delete this. You all did very well. That is a super tough exercise. And in a sec, we're going to talk about why it's difficult. Even when you're looking at my mouth, it's sometimes difficult to tell. But before we do that, I'd like you guys to try this on your own. So we're again going to compare the R sound with some other sounds. Now, this one is not a direct comparison between R and L. We have a lot of different minimal pairs. So lead and read would be a comparison between R and L. But some of the other ones compare D or F. So we have a mix in this one. All right, so what I'm going to ask you guys to do is read this list in some kind of random order and try to remember what order it is. So on your own computer, you can number them so that you remember, or write them in the way that you are going to end up saying them. And then I'm going to ask you to partner with someone who has to decide or read back the list the same way you read them. So basically, this is a repeating exercise. One student is going to say the list in a random order, and the other student is going to repeat it back in the same order. Do you guys think you're ready?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
I'm going to start on the left. Abimelech, you're going to be the first person to read the list, and Amr, you're going to be the person trying to record the words and repeat it back. And I'll remind Abimelech, go slow, give each word a couple seconds of pause in between to give Amr a chance to type or number the words as he chooses to do.
Okay, in random order.
Yep, in a random order, as long as you can remember what order you wrote them in. So make sure you know which order you said them. That way when we check Amr's answer, you remember.
Okay. Fear, lead, read, lake,
Sorry?
root, lake, root, loot, here, hill, fill, deer, deal, tour, rear,
Sorry,
real,
after deal.
after,
Deal.
after deal, tour,
Tour.
rear, real, lair, fair, done.
Okay. Amr, give it a try. And if anyone else thinks they have the correct answer, you're also welcome to
I
type it up.
type it in the chat box.
Oh, look at that. Okay, so now Abimelech, go through and see if those are right. Check if he has the correct order that you read them in.
Okay. Fear, lead, read, lake, root, loot, here, hill. Okay. Uh, hill, deer, deer, bill, bill. Bill is mistake. D double T. The spelling is mistake.
Ah, yes, in the word deal, the spelling is a mistake. Other than that, Abimelech, did he get the right order?
Oh yes.
Awesome. Congratulations, guys. Thank you for being our first pair. And now, of course, Amr, you're going to read these words in a random order to Carlos. And Carlos, you're going to be responsible for trying to number or write down the words as you hear them. And Amr, make sure to give a couple seconds of pause between each word.
Okay.
Okay. Fear, feel, fair, lead, tour, root, loot, here, there, here, dear, deal, lick, read, rear,
All right.
rail.
Sorry.
There are some words that I can write.
Okay, so a couple were
Yeah, there is
lost,
noise,
but
so it comes from my background.
read us your list, Carlos, and
Uh,
Amr, tell us if where he went wrong or which words he missed.
I had a problem. If I must ask the question, I don't listen properly anything. Sorry. I can
Yeah,
say
it's
if
tough to type
uh,
and to
uh,
listen.
It's clear now, I can repeat it.
I only listen.
Okay, let's try it one more time. Amr, read your list in the order that you said it, and we'll check
Okay.
to see where Carlos went wrong. And Carlos, if you want to add the words that you didn't get the first time around, then we can do that.
I have to do another list.
If you
Only
want
to
to just
check.
make sure to check the words that you didn't get the first time around, you can enter them into the chat box, or we'll just look for ourselves and check where they
Okay.
go.
Okay.
Okay. Fear, feel, fair, lead, tour, route, loot, here, loot, lair, here, lake, read, rail, rail.
All right. Thank you very much, Amr. And Carlos
Yes.
got kicked out of class, it looks like, but he was pretty close. And the next person up, I'm going to ask Pavel to read the list to Abimelech. So you're going to come up with a random list of words, of these words, and give a pause of a couple seconds between each word so the person can number the word or write it down in the chat box. Are you guys ready?
I have to read.
Yep, go ahead and read, Pavel. And Abimelech, are you ready to record?
Okay.
Yes.
Go for it.
Him, to, here,
Sorry,
there.
sorry, sorry. Little bit slowly. I have to write.
Yes. I started. Hill,
Okay.
or, here,
Sorry, sorry, sorry.
here, deal, loot, there, road, fill, lake, fair, red, lair, lead, rail, fair, rare, rare,
All right, tough. Abimelech, okay, so you put your list. Go ahead and read your list to Abimelech, and Pavel, tell us if he got it right or wrong and where he missed words or needs to change the words.
Hill, here, deal, loot, rear, root, fill, lake, lair, lead, rear.
Oh, it's very fast for me.
Hold on, Pavel, you're just checking his answers. So he put his answer in the Google chat box. Did he get it right in the order, the correct order that you read?
I don't understand.
So you read the list of words the first time, and Abimelech had to write down the list of words as you read them, right?
Yes.
Did he get it? Was he correct in the order he wrote the words?
Uh, uh,
So look at Abimelech's list. Is that about the same order as you read them, or was it different?
uh, uh, uh.
I know it's tough. It looks like he has one word two times, layer and layer. So I'm going to guess that one of them was supposed to be different.
Yes.
But this is a pretty tough exercise. Pavel, do you remember the order that you read them in the first time?
Yes, I am. No, I don't understand completely. I remember my order, but I don't remember the order of.
So the first time you read them, and then sometimes it's hard to keep track of those words. So let's go on. We'll assume that it's pretty close. This time, let's have Najib read the list of words for Pavel. And this time, Pavel, you're going to record the words that Najib says. Najib, go ahead and give a pause, a couple seconds pause between each word so he has time to write it down or number the word. So Pavel, you're recording. Are you ready?
I try.
Okay, go for it.
Fear, lead, faith, luck.
Oh, it's too fast for me.
Okay. I speak slowly now. Fear, lead, deal, thought, real.
I don't hear.
I don't
Mitch.
hear. Okay. And fear, lead, wrote, hear, lear, deal, read, lear, luck, thought, lot, lot, wrote,
I mixed up. I have a problem with the internet connection and I don't hear a couple of words. Sorry.
Okay. Well, give us the list you did here. Read it back to us.
And I think we have a problem with Verbal chat too.
Okay, no worries. Okay.
Okay, don't worry.
All right, so Pavel, you can write the words you heard in the chat box, and then we'll correct those in a second. In the meantime, Carlos, will you read the words for Najib? And this time, Najib, you're going to be recording the list of words, okay? And make sure, give a good long pause between each word so he has time to record.
Okay, I try. A ver, I start. Ready. lake, fair, fire, route, tour, deer, hill, real, read, hear, deal, feel, learn, rear, lead, and lot.
Awesome.
Lot. Lot. Okay. That's
All
right.
right. Did he got it all right?
A ver, the first, no, the first, okay, lake, fair,
I'm
no,
sorry, I missed some
the first is fair is with
yeah,
E,
but
with E
where?
is this one.
Yeah.
I see. So fair
Yeah.
and simple.
And I missed some information. It's not some more information.
Pretty close.
The 7 is hill. Wood. The 9th is read. No, sorry. Okay.
But I think I hear rear, no read.
Yeah. The other one is okay.
All right. So 3 small errors, and that's it. Now it is Carlos's turn to record, and since we had a couple people drop out, Amr, will you go ahead and read the list in a random order for him, giving pause between each word?
Repeat, please.
So this time,
Yeah.
Carlos with a K is going to record the words, and Amr is going to read the list.
Okay.
Okay.
I have to do the list now.
You're going to record the words exactly as Amr reads them.
Okay.
Tour, lead, fair, hear, fear, lead, dear, read, lake, feel, heel, lair, rear, loot, rail,
Okay.
finish.
Awesome. So, Amr, check his list, starting with tour. Did he get them all in the right order?
I think that many words is not in the list, but I invented.
How did he do, Amr? Do you see any mistakes?
No, they are exist. They are
So he
exist.
got them. They're exact. They're all right. What about that one that says
Yeah.
healed with an LD on it? Was that one supposed to be heal?
Heal. Heal. I said heal.
Got it. So is that the only mistake, that D?
No.
So then give him a couple words that he mixed up. Which words did he put wrong?
Did he type it on the verbing chat box?
Oh, sorry. Nope, he put it in the Google chat box, but I'll switch it over to the Verbling chat box now.
Verbing chat box doesn't open for me. I can't open it.
It's in the Google chat box. Can you see the Google chat
Google?
box?
Yes.
Okay. So if you look in the Google chat box, starting with Tor is where he put the words. So he
No,
was first three are.
see Carlos. I see Carlos.
Yeah, that's who was recording words.
Starting by fair.
It's under that. Start with Tor, because he was correcting. The first 4 lines are him correcting.
Okay.
So he wrote Tor, lead, fear, here, fear, lead, dear, read, fail, heal, rear, read, loot, real.
I think fair. I said fair, and he typed fail.
For the first one? For the first
Yes.
fear?
Fair.
Okay.
No, yes.
So it should be
Fair.
Tor, lead, fair, and then here, fear, right?
Yes.
Okay. Any other corrections you want to give him before we move on from this exercise?
No, I think it's spelling mistakes about heal.
Okay. So, let's talk for a sec about how we form the L and the R sound. Number 1, does the tip of your tongue touch your gum ridge when you pronounce the L sound in lock? What do you guys think? When you say lock, does your tongue touch the roof of your mouth? Anyone want to be a bold student and give an answer to this one? Where does your tongue rest when you say the L sound?
In the top.
Yes, it touch. Yes, it touch.
In the top
Where?
of the mouth.
It do, yeah.
Lock.
So the top of the mouth, where in the top of the mouth?
In front. Huh?
Yeah, in the front, closer to the teeth.
Yeah.
That's common. So number 2, does the tip of your tongue touch the back or the front teeth when you pronounce the L and lock? So where, how close to the teeth does it rest? And I'll give you like a demonstration for this one. Okay, so when you pronounce lock, does your tongue come out like that? Or does it stay inside?
Inside, no?
Inside. So pretty much the only sound that we have in English that reliably you might see the tongue would be the TH sound, where we say, right?
Yes.
That's pretty much one of the only ones where we really stick our tongue out. Maybe sometimes, rarely in other occasions as well. But pretty much only TH. In the L in lock, you can tell my tongue is right behind my teeth. It's really close to the front of my mouth, but still it is behind my teeth. And it usually does not come out like that.
Yeah.
Okay. Next question. Does the tip of your tongue touch the roof of your mouth or your gum ridge when pronouncing the R in rock?
Rock.
What do you guys think?
It's in the back of the mouth, no?
Does it touch the top of your mouth?
And back.
It
Rock.
is in the back, but
No.
does it touch the top?
No.
Yes. In the back, but
We have a
doesn't
couple
touch.
different answers.
It doesn't touch the roof of my mouth.
Yeah, so the tip of your tongue should not touch the roof of your mouth when you say the R in rock. Not the tip of your tongue. Maybe like the very back of your tongue, maybe, but not the tip of your tongue. The tip of your tongue should be curled back like this, but not touching the roof of your mouth. So if my finger were your tongue, it kind of looks like this. It's curled back, but it does not make contact with the top. It just stays right below. So rock.
Oh.
All right. So we have some more minimal pairs down below this that compare the R sound and the W sound. And we'll get to that in a second, but let's talk a little bit about how we create the W sound. So how is the W sound different from the R sound and the L sound? Does anyone want to describe what we do with our mouth when we make that W sound?
Describe.
I guess we use our lips when we pronounce the letter W.
So what do we do with our lips when we're pronouncing W?
It looks like O. We make our lips like O.
Yep. So we have w. Our tongue plays much less of a role in the W sound. So because of all of this, when you're watching a person, it's easier to understand which sound they said. So for instance, if I say rock versus lock, and walk, it's pretty easy to distinguish between them. The walk sound, you can see my mouth become small. The lock sound, you can see my tongue a little bit. It doesn't quite come through my teeth, but you can see my tongue back there more easily than you can with the R in rock. But the other difference is that when I say the R sound, my lips tense up a little bit. So when I say lock, my lips are totally relaxed. I really am not doing that much with my lips. But when I say rock, my lips tense up a little bit. Not so much so that they make that little O shape, not that much, but a little bit. When you're watching, it's a really good idea to watch a person's mouth, and it's a little easier to see what sound they're making. If you can't watch their mouth, that brings it one more level of difficulty, and then you really have to be able to have a distinguishing ear for this. One more example or picture I can give you guys is this one here, which is just a picture of what the inside of your mouth looks like when you're making the L sound on the left, or at least I think it will be on the left, and the R sound over here. So this curly one is the R sound, and this one is the L sound. Okay. And there's a little bit of variation with the L sound, but the R sound is pretty much always like that. All right. Any questions before we move on?
Not for me.
Okay. Then let's do a tongue twister. We have a few minutes left. Let's do an R-related tongue twister. I think that will be a fun way to end our class and get a little more practice. So So let me find one that's good for us. And I'll also send you the link of a really cool site that has tons of tongue twisters for every letter you could possibly want to study. So the first thing I'm going to send you is the link. And then the second thing I'm going to send you is a copy of the tongue twister that we're going to practice for a second before the end of class. Okay. So Ralph rakes leaves really, really lousily. Ralph rakes leaves really, really lousily. We're going to repeat this tongue twister 3 times as fast as you possibly can. And I'm going to start with Najib. Can you repeat that tongue twister 3 times fast?
What
First
row?
one?
Oh, I'll put it in both, sorry. So I have a tongue twister that I put in the chat box for you guys.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And Najib is going to go first and read it for us 3 times fast.
Fast?
Yeah, as fast as you can manage, anyways.
Yeah. Ralph rakes leaves really, really loudly. Ralph rakes leaves really, really loudly. Ralph rakes leaves really, really loudly. Yeah?
Yes, excellent. That was a wonderful job, and I encourage you to continue practicing these when you guys have a few spare minutes or you're in the shower. You can practice this, and the more you feel out the difference and compare the R sound and the L sound and the R sound and the W sound, the easier they will become for you guys to both say and listen to and distinguish. Carlos, will you give that tongue twister a try for us 3 times fast?
Okay, I try. Ralph rakes leaves really, really loosely. Ralph rakes leaves really, really loosely. Ralph rakes leaves really, really loosely.
Excellent. Great job. Thanks, Carlos. Amr, you're up.
Ralph rakes leaves really, really loosely. Ralph rakes leaves really, really loosely. Ralph rakes leaves really, really loosely.
Excellent. Pretty good job. Make sure to totally pronounce that last word lousily. Lousily.
Lousily.
Abimelech, would you like to give it a try 3 times fast?
Yes. Ralph rakes leaves really, really loudly. Ralph rakes leaves really, really loudly. Ralph rakes leaves really, really loudly.
Excellent. Very nicely done. Do you guys have any other questions or comments before we finish up class today?
No.
I'm starting another class right now, and that one will be talking a little bit about cooking and food vocabulary, as well as opinions on different foods and what you guys eat. So if you're interested, I will see you then, and if not, I will see you around another time. Thanks, guys. Bye.
See you, Michaela. Thank you very much.